I must admit, I am blown away. What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil from that Newman 2. Have it on me and keep it on me at all times. Another fun fact. Here we are for me to give you my thoughts on France so far. I think this is gonna be a fun thing to do as the games come out and obviously the 20 World Cup progresses, to like give thoughts on certain things about the games and presumably that part of the arc as they're happening. And of course, we've just wrapped up the first half of France. We're starting to get into the second half. We're getting chaotic with it. So I feel like there's no better time to sit and settle down and tell you just how I'm feeling about the France game so far. So let me start this 15-minute timer right this instant. And yeah, so first things first. I actually really like how close this game is, right? And you could definitely argue, well, it's only close because Hugo's not going all out or Loki's not going all out. We'll talk about Loki. We need to talk about Loki. But regardless, I love it. It's delicioso. It's amazing. And I think the main reason I like it so much is specifically how close it is within the context of the characters involved. It's not necessarily close because, you know, Japan is this crazy next level team that's able to compete with the heavenly chosen generation of France. It is truly a mix and balancing act of Japan as they were isn't good enough. So they're starting to mutate and change and evolve and go through these different things and pull off maneuvers that seem basically impossible. I like that isagi is struggling. Now, of course, if you know a thing or two about me, because you've seen it do a thing or two about me, that did not make any sense. Well, actually, it kind of did. If you know a thing or two about me, because you've seen a thing or two about me, you know I love it. I stand for it. When my main characters struggle. So I love seeing Isagi Yoichi really go through it, right? Like, he has been on the back foot, falling short chapter after chapter after chapter after chapter after chapter after chapter after this isn't even all the chapters of the French. He's just been going through it absolutely, and I love it. And the reason I love it so much is because it still goes to show how much farther Isagi has to climb, and it is a fantastic point to show that he is narratively balanced, right? Like, ultimately, especially after the Nigeria game where he was getting glazed to the moon and back, and it seemed like he could do no wrong, and he was infallible, and he won the New Aegis League, had no... Well, he had struggle in the New Aegis League, obviously, but, like, to the point where no one could really buy it. I bought it, because I like Isagi. But that idea, seeing that not reinforced, but broken down here, where Isagi essentially just feels like another piece on the field that's just being locked down, observed, broken apart. It's beautiful. It's delicioso, and I love it. So I love that aspect of it. And I'll admit, even if I don't agree with a lick of what the man is saying, man, Hugo some gas. I have to give Hugo his honest and due credit, Potato Chip. I was never expecting to like this guy, especially since I'll admit, I looked at his design. I found out he was a midfielder. I'm like, oh, so this is say in Francais. If you know what I'm talking about. I'm like, this guy ain't gonna be nothing like. But he's actually really good. And he's specifically attacking bluelock in a way that honestly seemed pretty obvious. And I don't know why I didn't predict it would happen sooner, but I'm glad it has happened. Attacking bluelock's philosophy at its core. And notably, by attacking, I don't mean like he's directly absolutely denouncing the idea of a grand personalized dream that's beyond expectations. He even goes out of his way to acknowledge the beauty and the importance of manifestation of ego, but specifically recontextualizing ego in his own perspective. Even if suitable destiny theory is stupid whack to me, especially when you try to apply it to a macro scale, I do like how it is working and how big this ego is, to the point where Isagi Yoichi himself has to admit, his ego is even bigger than mine. That's beautiful! I was not expecting this out of him. Genuinely. You want to talk about a masterclass in writing and actual competency? It's Hugo. He's been going absolutely buku bonkers. His design is fire. Specifically, I like his base design enough. I like that he's huge. He's gargantuan. But specifically, his ore design is fantastic. You can tell Nomura has a wonderful time drawing him. And overall, I think he is the best part of the France game from the France side of things. If I had to pick an individual standout character. Now, not just glazing, I will have to slide in just a teeny tiny itty bit of, not necessarily negativity, but honesty. Man, Loki. No, don't get me wrong. I am more than capable and willing and understanding and being able to rationalize, right, why Loki isn't really having a masterclass right now. Number one, this is in a way in character for him, because he still doesn't like Isagi. He still doesn't view Japan as a threat. Last we saw him before this very game, he's like, yeah, you know, they're all right. They cool and all, but like they ain't nothing all too serious. So this, you can definitely argue Loki is holding back. He hasn't even sweat the entire game. He's still presumably the number one new Gen 11 member, right? Like he is. The only other competition we've had so far out of the characters introduced is probably Snuffy. Not Snuffy. Wrong character. Bunny. The Bunny Iglesias, he's probably the only one that is a rival because he also plays on the main team and he was playing with Lavahino, one of the greatest strikers in the world. But Loki is one of the greatest strikers in the world, right? He was considered one of the masters for the World 5 for a reason. He's a monster beast and creature all himself. But I do agree, and I can't help but hold the common sentiment that Loki has been a bit underwhelming this game. And I think it's mainly because he's had like moments where he's nearly gotten some cookage off, but he's just not cooking off. Like offensively, defensively, he's not really hitting in the same way I expect him to be hitting, but I still understand it from like a weird, this is gonna sound strange, like a weird meta-narrative balancing of it all. Like you can realistically have one masterclass, right? Like one character that is meant to be the defining point of a game, especially when presumably this is a round one, right? This is still the group stage. It's weird to think about like the U20 World Cup from like a grander scale, but thinking about it on a grander scale, it's very likely we're going to see France versus Japan again, right? Japan's making it out of the group stage. I don't think anyone, I mean, I've seen one or two people say, yo, how crazy of a twist would it be if Japan doesn't even make it past the group stage, like they lose to France, they lose to England, and they're gone. I don't think that's going to happen. We have too many setup points for them at least making it to the elimination stage, right? So this is a round one. So Loki doesn't have to go all out. And not just have to go all out, he doesn't have to show out in the same way that we would usually expect him to, because presumably he will have his moments to shine later on, right? Loki's a fiend, he's a creature, he's an animal, but it's not his time to be a fiend, a creature, an animal, if you know what I'm saying? It's Hugo's time. It's why Charles himself has also taken a relative back seat. Especially one of the main concerns I had for Hugo when he was initially introduced is that he was a midfielder. And I'm like, we already have Charles. Wouldn't that just be like double overlap? But no, Charles has also been relatively chill. He got his first goal, but he's kind of not done anything else since. He hasn't really facilitated all too much. He's just chilling. But still, it's because this is Hugo's game. And if I'm being honest, with what we've gotten out of Hugo, every single prediction I and even many others had for France, I'm perfectly happy to be wrong on that. Happy it's a close game, happy that Hugo's actually cooking, and I'm happy that he's presenting a proper rivalry to the idea of egoism as a whole. And very specifically, I think the thing I like the most about Hugo and his integration, and specifically the France game in general, and how it's attacking egoism, being like, hey, is this really the right path, is the idea of corruption, right? The specific idea that, hey, we're not just going to introduce this counter philosophy to egoism. We're going to see it literally break Bluelock apart, right? Karasu hearing this idea, this destiny, suitable, the world's number 2, the second best, intentionally diving into that, and then going in head first, and not just going in head first, right? Because this is the important thing. It's specifically getting results. Hiyori getting a goal off on that. Even Hugo being like, wait a minute, hold on a second there, twin. I wasn't expecting you to be moving like that, bro. Potato chip, what is that? Like, to see that and to see egoism slowly falter and mix and start to create this clash and this conflict, it's beautiful. It's delicioso. And I love how it keeps evolving, right? Notably, I had a slight hint, a slight worry in my heart of hearts when we ended the second half with this idea of ego showing me like, hey, Karasu, cool story, bro. Glad you got a goal, but let's be real here. Not what you're supposed to be doing. And then for Karasu to acknowledge that, to listen to that, to tap him up a little bit, and be like, yeah, whatever you say, boss man. Only to start to think once again in his own way. For him to be positioned as the main system to Isagi's subsystem. To see specifically Isagi still be forced to do basically nothing but feed. And be left behind, leaving Karasu, a man who has intentionally left himself to the shadows due to a lack of self-aspirational belief, finally finding that aspirational belief, not in the philosophy of egoism, but in suitable destiny, in that idea of being the world's second best, being the kingmaker instead of the king, and by proxy rising up to kingship in the same way that Isagi did, yet different. in the way that he is focused on supporting and integrating and evolving everything around him rather than dragging everybody up behind him in his coattails. It's beautiful. It's delicioso. And I love this development for Karasu in particular. Don't get me wrong, my opinions on Karasu are very flippy-floppy. I, like, Luca has proven to me on many a stream, like, dude, your opinions change all the time. And hey, you know, I'm a man of many thoughts. But Karasu and this side of his character, and specifically the way it is being integrated and working with the system while it's going against the system established by Blue Lock, it's delicious. And I'm very, very happy to see it. But of course, you know, we haven't gotten much of them yet. They haven't gone all too crazy. But let's talk a little bit about the double jokers, the demon and the king, a hypothetical demon-king duo. You know we gotta talk about Shido and Baro. Now, I will admit, I did not think we were going to go to the hyper offense format this game. But that's only because I had a completely different perception of what this game was going to be. I didn't think it was going to be this close. I didn't think it was going to be this. It's like, knockout, drag out, make. I didn't think that. So, for Baro and Shido's integration, I like it specifically because of how they position Isagi, right? Notably, Isagi has been at the top. He has been going crazy. He has been going boku bonkers. But he has yet to really be put in a position where not only is he the subsystem, but he's the subsystem, right? He was straight here, one of the forwards last match. He's now just a center attacking midfielder. All those allegations, they're getting to him. Gosh darn it, he's literally camming it right now. And to see Baro in particular, right? The person who Isagi helped evolve, come to him and be like, buddy, I've been watching this game, and I can tell you ain't got that dog in you. What's going on, bro? Tell you the shit, what's going on? You ain't like that for real. What's happening? I love that. Baro and his dynamic with Isagi is one of the best in the series. Do I still like Kaiser versus Isagi more? Absolutely. Do I like Do I like Rin versus Isagi more? No. Baro versus Isagi, number 2 for me. But regardless, with that being the case, seeing Baro do this, have us hear the plan that he was told, to use Isagi as a point of bait, and to evolve and devour him, and then for Baro to leave him because Isagi in the France game, France itself has been messing, not even just France itself, because obviously France is a combination of just France itself and these ideas of being number 1, this clouding Isagi's mind, and Baro specifically seeing that clouded light and deciding to find a newer, deeper darkness to pursue. It's delicious! And then, of course, I have to give my due credit and my due respect to a certain crazy striker man, Shido. Now, Shido's role is definitely going to be interesting because I'm not exactly sure how he's going to be handled. Shido as a character has always been like kind of weird, like kind of strange, if only for the sense of like he is actually a really well-developed character. We do understand lots of him. We don't know much about his history, but I do wonder how much they're going to explore him, especially since I, like others, well, to be fair, now this is not a pencil original thought, but people have pointed out, with Baro deciding to find a new, stronger prey, and Shido seemingly getting the ball here at the end from Karasu, we know Baro is more than willing to take a goal if he can get one. This idea of Shido simply being another tool for being devoured by Baro is very interesting. But I'm hoping he gets to do something more individual. I want to see more interactions with him and Charles. I'll admit, if I'm into this kind of, I want to see him and Charles actually have some sort of interaction. I'm not saying I want Charles to pass to Shido or Shido to pass to Charles. That'd be silly. But I do want to see more interactions with Shido. I want Shido to develop more dynamics, especially since now he is on the same team with everybody else. We kind of got to see a lot of the dynamics all the way back in the U20 game with like Baro and Isagi, and he's not here right now. We'll eventually get Nagi and Isagi back. But for now, I want Shido to do more and develop. That's the thing I kind of want for the future of the France game. Let me see how much time. I have 1 minute, 30 seconds left. The one character I do think I need to throw a little slander at. Well, actually, let me do a little bit more glaze for one more character. A little bit more glaze for one more character. And that character is Rensuke Kunigami. Shout out to him. He's actually an unbelievably cooking right now. I'm hoping he gets to do something more than defend. But hey, if he's going to be useful in that form, let him be useful in that form. That's fantastic. We love our glorious, handsome hero king, Kunigami. But where's Ren? Where's Ren? Don't care. Where's Ren? Like it feels like Ren, like he's done nothing. Like, genuinely, I don't even remember him being part of a play. I don't even think he's even, like has he been in the goal box, bro? Like, I know he probably has been in the game, but still, that's the thing. He's left no impact on this game, and it feels really weird. I feel like he should have some dynamic with Loki. I hope we get some sort of flesh out of that. In the same way I feel a little bit disappointed with Loki's performance, I do feel a bit disappointed with Ren's performance. Please do something, Ren. You're on the bench. You're still one of the main striker men. Do something. And hopefully, before the end of this game, we can have either some sort of evolution and proper establishment of Kaiser, or not Kaiser, gosh darn, Karasu versus Isagi. This is a dynamic I was not expecting. It's not one that I was really going into this game looking for, but I want to see it. And honestly, if I had one hope for the end of this game, it isn't just that I want Japan to lose, but I want them to lose specifically because of egoism. I want the evolution to maybe be found here, right? But I want it to not be enough because they didn't reach it quick enough, and to see them refine it further and further and further. Those are my hopes for the France game. Those are my thoughts on the France game so far. So please let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'm out of time. So if you made it all the way through this video, please do me a favor and leave butter biscuits. I don't know. Am I just hungry? Like, why of all things that come to mind? Leave butter biscuits in the comment section down below. I want to thank you so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure that link to notifications so you don't miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, we're going to have a page down below. Use more me for as well as one. Cut one. No, these exclusive videos, early content, and more. You'll also become a member of the channel for as well as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. Those perks include the live reactions here this season I have to review, ad reactions of all my videos, early ad free access to all my videos, early ad free access to all my videos, not just on the main channel but on the second channel. That goes reaction. Link in the description down below, in the card in the upper right hand corner. On top of that, you do get your name listed at the end. Wait, I think I said that part. Name listed at the end of every single video. Name read aloud at the end of every single video. That's what you get as a Patreon member if you're a $3 member, or $3 patron or higher. And also, I do have my Twitch down below. I stream every Friday at 8 p.m. Stizzle. To the best of my ability, guys. I'm going to try. But on top of that, I do have my Ko-fi down below. If you want to drop 5 beats for a short video like this, or 25 beats for a long video, you know, like the longer ones on the channel, that's down there too. But now I want to thank you so much for watching, and hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is that guy with the pencil, writing off. I'd like to give a thank you to our sketch tier members: Eternal Flame, Red Wolf 4765, Astro, Glacier XZ, Zera, J2MA, Buddha Ura, Yuki Ally, Grim, Ollie, The Boy, Corey Watson, Damon Brown, Tim Thomas, Kaving, ORXN, Logan Guzman, Dead Mean, Keon Stewart, DNA, Edwin Ingbignova, Straw, Antavius Mitchell, Superflame Zero, Weary Exile, Alex Kenny, Todd, The Practical One, Landon Clapwick, Heath Nelson, CAET, Plant Crone, Blast, Brandon Payne, Black Sage, Multi-Batman Superman, Zalims, Joe Bean, Sleepin' John, The Young Family Pastel Pandora, Mosity King DKG, Andreen Bonnet, Akolare Babatunde, at JDog2656, Union Eye, Funny Dude, Athenzi Shear, Magic, Sino King, Sheesh King, Aswin Heriprasetia, JMB KD, CCC, Enzo, Kitty Liddy, Droll Harris, Dino, Victor Jacobs, and Axis XC. Then, let me thank you to our line art tier patrons: A+A, Dread Zoan, Kevin the Encarnacion, Lil Kodo, Midnight Lord 21, and Sean. Then I'd like to thank you to our Ink tier members: Shrimpo the 4th Shrimp 06. Then I'd like to thank our digital art tier members: J Warrior and AZ Void. I'd like to give a final thank you to our colored art tier patrons: Walkie Munoz and Walkie Munoz.